Hey everybody, welcome to another video. And today I'm doing a review video of the K-Bar BK2 knife sheath that comes with the BK2 knife. And why am I doing a knife sheath review? Well, because I believe that knife sheath are a very important part of how you carry your knife and how you use your knife. Okay, so I believe that you must do a review on the knife sheath. Anybody who goes and buy a knife, please pay close attention to how the knife sheath is designed and how it works, because ultimately, at the end of the day, that is part of how you are going to be using the knife. All right, so let's jump right into it. First of all, this is the BK2 K-bar knife sheath that comes with the knife. It is a dangler with a latch that goes around the handle, right? And it's a very secure sheath. Trust me, you will be hard pressed to be able to pull the knife out of this sheath one handed for a very long time. You'd have to break this sheath in a lot for it to be able to come out of the knife sheath easily. Um, I've tried for several days now to loosen this somehow, break it in so I'd be able to pull the knife sheath out a lot easier. But even now to today, it is very hard for me to pull it out one-handed. I'd have to put my thumb here and apply a lot of pressure for me to get that knife out. Okay, so most of the time I wind up having to take the knife out two-handed. Now, that to me is a very impractical, okay? Because the reason you wear equipment on your belt or on your persons is so you can use it when you need to use it right away. So if your left hand is if you're right-handed and your left hand is busy holding something down and you need to cut something that you are holding, and you go to get the knife out of your sheath with your right hand, and if it's really hard to pull out, um, it really is uh, inconvenient and impractical to have a sheath like that. Seriously, and also while you're working, you may need to put the knife down or away temporarily in order to free up your right hand to accomplish a task, maybe tie a knot or support your left hand lifting something, and then go right back to using the knife again. Well, this sheath does not allow you to do that. First of all, it's a dangler, and once you have unlatched this here, your knife is pretty much dangling, and with the heavy weight of the BK2 knife handle, your knife will be almost horizontal like this on your side, okay? And in order for you to pull that knife out again, you'd have to go through the struggle of trying to pull it out with one hand. And right there, that slows you down. It really impedes your work performance. So I strongly suggest against wearing a knife sheath like this. I have nothing against danglers. Most experts will tell you that the dangler allows you to be more maneuverable, and allows you more movement and everything. But the way this system works, it's almost impossible for me to secure the knife in its sheath one-handed if my left hand were to be busy doing something or holding something. Okay, so snapping in the knife takes longer. Securing the knife in your sheath takes longer. Pulling it out takes longer, and it just impedes your performance at the task you're doing. Um, Now, I said the dangler or straight belt carry is a personal preference. That's up to you. But I suggest that if you're going to carry a dangler, strap this lower end to your leg or something so that it doesn't. Well, then it would did that. Then that would actually defeat the purpose of it being a dangler. But anyway, you see my point. Okay, so let's move on to this custom-made knife sheath that I made and to my preference. And two things that I wanted to do was to actually have a knife sheath that conceals majority of the knife, so that way it doesn't draw a lot of attention, because that knife handle on the BK2 is a beast. Okay, that showing on the side of your body, I mean, that's pretty brutal looking. Okay, so I wanted a knife sheath that kind of covers most of it and just have the butt of the knife showing. Okay, and I thought that made the whole thing look more elegant as well. Now there is also another thing I wanted to do was be able to carry this knife sheath or this knife in two positions. If I put the belt loop through down here, it lifts the knife sheath up further up into my body area and upper torso, making this a high carry position knife holder. If I carry with the belt loop, but use the belt loop up here and put the belt through here, it makes the knife carry lower on my body. And I will demonstrate that in the attached videos. But you'll see that, yeah, so the functionality of this sheath to me is a lot better, because I could wear this knife while I'm standing still or doing something, working, with these buttons unlatched, with the knife still semi-secure in my sheath. I can pull the knife out one-handed easily, put it back in easily, and then when I'm done with my task, I just button it up, okay, and go on the hike or whatever I need to do. Okay, so I really like sheath like this. I mean, most of you or some of you may like this sheath, and some of you may not be able to afford a custom-made knife sheath, and so therefore you may be stuck with carrying something like this. And it's not a bad thing, as long as you know that this serves only one purpose. This only serves one purpose, and that is to carry the knife on your belt. And when you need to go to use it, you're gonna have a little bit of a handful to take it out, and be mindful that it is a dangler. When you go to put it back in, you're gonna have to use both hands. When you go to take it out, you're going to use both hands. And when you go to secure it, you're probably going to use both hands. So it's a two-handed sheath, where this here allows you to operate everything one-handed. Okay, put it in, take it out, secure it. You can do it all one-handed. All right, and two positions allow you to carry it high for concealability, and lower to be able to access your knife quicker or more conveniently. And I'll give you, like I said, the demonstration of that. So thanks for watching, folks. That is my opinion of the BK2 knife sheath, and this is the one I made. It wasn't that hard, actually, and cost me nothing to do it, because I already had the leather and the straps and the buttons and stuff, and the stitching, the saddle stitch. Okay, and of course, yeah, I had to dye it. So I'm going to show some pictures of my work in progress in this video. All right, thanks for watching, folks. Stand by. So right now, I have the knife in a low carry position on the very top belt loop. So this is the knife at the lowest carry position, with the knife sheath as low as it can get down my body. And this position here allows me to draw the knife more comfortably, but less concealably. As you can see, if I put my shirt over it, you can still see quite a bit of the knife sheath. Okay, so it's less concealable, at the same time it is more comfortable to pull the knife from a lower position than a high position. Okay? Also, to demonstrate what I was talking about, what a knife a sheath should be or how it should function, is when you're working with your knife and you're using both hands, left hand to hold something that you're about to cut, and you cut. And let's say right away you need to tie a knot and you need to put this knife away, but your left hand is busy. All you should be able to do is reach down here to your sheath, get it in there, and just drop. And you should drop straight down into the sheath, and you got your hands free to work on whatever you need to do. Okay, that is the convenience factor of having a sheath that is that allows you to do that. Whereas to a sheath that comes with this knife, the BK2 sheath, you may be able to put it back into the sheath, okay, and you have to press down hard to let it click in. But if you are to work on something and then you need your knife and you only have your right hand to pull it while your left hand is busy holding something, it is very hard to pull this knife out from its original sheath one-handed. Okay, so here I am working on something, cutting something, and then I need to put the knife away. All I have to do is just let it drop into the sheath and continue to work, and the knife is still secure inside the sheath. I can literally jump, jiggle, and the knife will not fall out. Okay, now, will I recommend anybody to go hiking and running with this, with your knife like this? No, of course not. But when you're standing still and working on something, you don't want to take this knife and put it down or put it between your arm and continue to work on something, or put it between your legs to continue to work on something. You want to be able to put the knife back into its sheath, let it drop in there, it's secure, and work on something until you need the knife again, and you pull it out and you do your thing. Okay, that is how a knife sheath should function. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like in the high carry position. Now this is in a high carry position. It is on the lower belt loop of the knife sheath. You may not be able to really tell the difference between the low carry position and the high carry position, but you'll see in a second here that the difference is huge. Now, with the knife riding higher up on my body, to pull the knife, it is a bit more awkward, okay, to pull a knife that will make you extend your elbow up further to pull the knife, okay? But it is not undoable. But you would carry this knife like this in order to be more concealable and for more comfort if you are going to be sitting down for any length of time, like if you're driving a car for any length of time, you would want the knife to ride up higher, so that way when you're sitting down, the knife is not hitting the bottom of the chair, pushing the knife into your side. So this is actually more comfortable to carry like this if you're sitting down for a prolonged period of time driving. And as I said, a lot more concealable. As you can see, in a high carry position, you do not see the sheath come below my t-shirt. So I can walk around like this. Yes, there is a slight bulge here, but for bigger guys with bigger upper torsos or chests, this may be more concealable to them. I'm a fairly slender guy, so anything that bulges in my waist side is going to bulge out a little bit. So, but anyway, it leaves people guessing. Does he carry a gun? Does he carry a knife? Or maybe he's carrying an EDC pouch. Who knows? But it's out of sight. And even though there is a little bulge there, it's not going to intimidate anyone right away. Also, you can also just show it off. Okay. So this is the high carry position. All right.